Good morning to everyone. It's a real pleasure to be here today. It's lovely to welcome you on a sunny day on Saturday morning and to see so many people. I really hope one day we can build your future together, because this is something very important for your life. You're in one of the most important points of your life cycle, and you have to decide what to do in your life. And Bocconi is one of the many options. First of all, economics, business, and legal studies are one of the many options. And then if you decide to choose this road, then Bocconi can be one of your options. I really hope we can work together in the future. And this morning, we would like simply to give you an idea of what Bocconi is. First of all, you are at the core of the campus. This is the big building. This specifically is the auditorium. People in streaming are in a different room, which is, again, in the core of our campus. The campus is downtown Milan, as you know, which is something very important because it's crucial also to have all the service of this beautiful city, which is Milan. Let me get started with giving you some historical facts of what is Bocconi. Bocconi was founded actually more than 100 years ago, and one of the most important things you want to know is one of the first business schools in the world. So Bocconi, despite having been for many years a local university, because of course, il linguaggio era in italiano, the language was Italian. It was one of the first business schools. Just to give you an idea, Harvard Business School was founded in 1905. Bocconi was founded in 1902. So that's really incredible. And it's not incredible because it was founded by a guy, Mr. Ferdinando Bocconi, who decided to give a gift to the city of Milan and to the people who will one day grow and follow the idea of becoming business expert, because his son died in a battle in Adwa in Africa. So he decided to give a gift to the city. And this is very important for the story of Bocconi, because Bocconi is a university which is strongly connected to values, is strongly connected to the city of Milan and to Europe, is strongly connected to the fact that we have to all become good citizens, good professionals, first of all, but in principle, we have to be all very good citizens. And so this is something extremely crucial for your future life, if you will become part of this beautiful business model, which is the business model of Bocconi. Mr. Ferdinando Bocconi, by the way, that's very interesting. And let me mention this. The university is called Luigi Bocconi, because in fact, Luigi is the son of Ferdinando, all right? So Mr. Ferdinando Bocconi was an entrepreneur. And it's very famous because he was the entrepreneur that founded the Magazzini La Rinascente, which was one of the most famous retailer stores in Italy, which is still very famous because it's in Duomo Square. But so just to give you an idea, his idea was to give really practical knowledge to students and to people in order to become expert. Why Bocconi? Bocconi, actually, there are 4 elements of our value proposition, which I would like you to really learn by heart after this morning. First of all, we invest a lot in education, because education and students are the most important thing for Bocconi. And so we invest every single day a lot of our, let's say, resources in order to introduce the best teaching, in order for you to become great marketing managers, great accountants, great lawyers, great politicians, great civil servants. And this means to have a major, major investment of resources in innovation, in teaching, but also research. In fact, this is a very important thing. What you want to do, independently on the fact that you will come to Bocconi and you will decide to take economics, business, or legal studies as a profession, you have to always look for a university in which you can see a lot of research. Because if a university does not do research, it's not a good university. Because in fact, we are in a world in which you can stay home and you can watch your computer and you can see beautiful lessons provided by many online universities in which you can understand something. The point of being here is that here there is a wonderful way to give you additional knowledge. And another very important thing is to get to know very important people which, as the second and third bullet point says, are strictly connected to the world of business. I will give you some facts in a second about who are these people, who are these companies. But the good news of being here at Bocconi is that you will be able to partner with fantastic fantastic corporations, fantastic institutions, and also other business schools around the world, because the opportunity of being at Bocconi is also to have the opportunity of doing an exchange. Last point, which is a very important point, again, Bocconi is a university in which, and this goes back to my initial point, to meritocracy, first of all, because selection is pretty tough. I'm sure that you are here because you're committed to be at Bocconi, but this means also that you will have to take a test, and this test, of course, is not simple, but this is, you can prepare for that. And, meritocracy is the first bullet point because this is something for which everything is crucial to us. So we want to only promote and award people that do the right thing and that are committed to the study. And responsibility and diversity are the other two things. I'm speaking in English, and I'm sure that at this point I'm disappointing many Italians because, again, we're in Italy, we're in Milan, but this is an international university, all right? And so, we are bilingual, of course, so there's always a message also written down in English, but diversity is the first thing. Diversity in terms of gender, diversity in terms of religion, and more importantly, first point, diversity in terms of nationalities. The beautiful thing of being at Bocconi is that, as you will see from the Dean Annalisa Principe, that will show you many facts, we will have, on average, 4,000 to 5,000 international students on campus every single day. So almost 50% of the population of Bocconi is international, because between international students enrolled and exchange students that come from different parts of the world, again, we are a wonderful international campus in one of the most beautiful cities in Europe. Let me move quickly to another very important point. I don't know if you will choose Bocconi in your life. I don't know if you will be good enough to be at Bocconi, but for sure, when you have to choose a university, check the quality of research, but also check the rankings. It's very important for a university to be, of course, awarded in the rankings. Rankings are, as we say in our sector, rankings are rankings. And so sometimes they're kind of a roller coaster, but a university like Bocconi has the characteristic of having a stable, positive pattern, which brings us in the top 10 of the leading European schools and top sometimes 20 or 30 in the world. Of course, the fortune that we have, that many other universities don't have, is the fact that we are specialized, okay? So we don't do medicine here, we don't do physics, we don't do biology, we don't do humanities, we only do economics, business, and legal studies, with also a spin on other two subjects that are becoming more and more important, which are computer science and political science. But we have the fortune to be specialized and to have invested for 100 years, so 100 years in this topic, and our reputation in this is big. And that's the reason why we have, of course, good rankings. I think that I already stayed on this, and we have a very tight schedule because I have to finish by 9 o'clock because Professoressa Principe will deliver you an Italian presentation in this classroom on many of the facts and figures. So again, I think that I already covered the valuable education which we provide at Bocconi University. So let me move to the next chart, in which I will show you how many people work every single day for Bocconi students. So our faculty is composed overall by almost 900 professors. 900 professors plus 600 administrators. So managers like Mr. Cancelli, that was here before me, that every day try to understand your problems and satisfy the needs in your process of learning, all right? Of these almost 900 professors, 350 are the professors that have a PhD and are in what we call the permanent faculty. 500 others are adjunct professors. So very important people that work in the business community and that come at Bocconi University to deliver one elective, one course, one specific, let's say, field project, which is very important for your life. Because that's the other thing that we do at Bocconi. We don't simply care about theory, which is something very important. In fact, someone says in the past that there's nothing more practical than a beautiful theory, all right? But still, it's very important for you not only learn from important professors, which have a PhD, and have published very important models of new knowledge for business, legal studies, and for management, for economics. But it's very important also for you to learn from consultants, from people that work, from attorneys, from people that work and do, the dirty job of everyday life. And that's the reason why our faculty is divided in these two categories. Let me move on also to show you the impressive relationships with the business community. In fact, in this room and in this big, let's say, hallway in front of this auditorium, so 3 times a year, we run a beautiful show which is called Bocconi and Jobs, in which you can see, some of these 650 companies that are the partners that every single day partner with Bocconi to provide you, first of all, with internships, and secondly, with good placements once you're hired. Again, I don't want to cannibalize what Professor Principe will tell you afterwards, but the core characteristic of Bocconi University is that 95% of our students find the job in 1 year, and we have the record in the day of graduation, which is almost 80%, which gives you the idea that you are already ready to go into the market, and you can go to the market exactly because we have this wonderful, wonderful partnership. And more importantly, these partnerships are not located only in Europe. They are located, of course, in Italy. They are located in continental Europe. They are located in the UK Brexit, all right? So in England, they are located in other continents in the world. But the very important thing is that you will have access to these relationships long way before you will graduate. And so again, this is something very valuable because it also will let you learn and understand what's important for your life. And even more importantly, the good news of being a university which is so old in terms of age is that we have a wonderful network. In fact, in many continental European companies, you can check, where some of the top executives have took their bachelor or their master of science, and you will find that Bocconi, all right? For sure, in Italy, most of them are Bocconi. Some of them are Politecnico of Milan, probably, but most of them are Bocconi. And why is that so? Because now we have 100,000 alumni. Alumni are the people like, I hope, you, if you start working as a student at Bocconi, that one day will graduate and will have Bocconi University as your alma mater, all right? Now, why it is important? It is important because in your career, it is crucial 2 things. It is crucial to know, but it is crucial also to know the right people, all right? And the good news of being in a network like Bocconi is that one day in your cell phone, you will have all the WhatsApp with your friends, you will have all the Facebooks with all your relatives and whoever you like, but you will also have all the cell phones of very important people that you can consult, for example, one day if you have to change the job or if you have to move your career outside Italy or in a different country and so on and so forth. And so this is, of course, something extremely, extremely important. Now, the good news of Bocconi is that these people are not sometimes only part of the network and are not only the people that are represented as corporations, but Bocconi is characterized by a vibrant interaction with leading actors of the institutional market. These are just some of the few people that we wanted to put in a slide to show you how vibrant we are. So Tim Cook, for example, decided to give a talk in Europe in a university, and guess which university he decided to pick? So he decided to be at Bocconi University, of course. We have, for example, not only Mr. Mario Gradi, but Ms. Lagarde, another very important institutional leader that came here to speak to our students. Very recently, I'm sure that you have read this in the paper, particularly if you live in Italy, you have read it for sure, because Starbucks is opening a coffee shop in Milan, which is a big news in this respect. And Mr. Howard Schultz was here, but it was here exactly on this podium, speaking to 1,200 students and getting questions from 10 very smart students that were selected for having the chance to be on the podium with Mr. Schultz and having a face-to-face question and answer with him, all right? So this vibrant community is part of the pool, and this is something that will let you become, even, I personally think, a better person, because having the opportunity to interact with the right people gives you the opportunity to become also a better woman, a better man. Finally, I would like to show you the fact that we already have a beautiful campus, which again, I'm speaking particularly for people that are from outside Milan. The beautiful thing of this campus is that it is downtown. We're 15 minutes to Dome Square. Milan is one of the most logical cities ever built from the urbanistic viewpoint. It's made of rings, and we have the walls of the old city here, exactly here, close to Bocconi, meaning that in 15 minutes you can go to the core of Milan, which is Dome Square, but we are expanding the campus. In fact, people like you, again, if you're good enough to be admitted at Bocconi, and first of all, if you like to be at Bocconi, because this is very important. You have to like it, because if you don't like it, it's better not to come here, all right? And then, if you like it, and you are good enough to be selected, you will have the chance also to see this beautiful campus, which is already a beautiful campus, growing like a mushroom, because in the next year, and the next 2 years overall, we'll build up also a wonderful location, which is exactly in the place, and now I'm speaking to Milanese people, where the old milk factory, the Centrale del Latte of Milan, was located, which is just 1 minute block outside Via Ronge. Now, this beautiful place will also have a wonderful recreation center with the first Olympic swimming pool for the city of Milan that will be populated, of course, by Bocconi students, particularly at night, because during the day you have to work hard, and particularly during the weekend in some hours, because even during the weekend, when you are at the Bocconi, you have to work hard. Because remember this, and I'm speaking to you as future students of university, when you finish your high school, there is a huge opportunity cost of keep studying. So you have to leave your future university as a job, all right? Because as you will learn in the first course of microeconomics, the first day that you will be at Bocconi, so if you do something, you always have an opportunity cost, and if you decide to take a university, it means that you will not work. So you will have a huge opportunity cost, because each of us can work, can do any kind of job today. They can, you know, if you have a driving license, you can become a Uber driver. You can become a waiter if you don't have, of course, a degree. But this is an opportunity cost. So if you decide to not go to work, but to go to university, you have to see university as a job, and you have to work hard for that, all right? So I think that my time is over. It's 9 a.m. sharp. I wish you the best for this long day. I hope that you will get all the instructions during the day. I'm sure that you will have the instructions, because there's many people around the campus that will give you all the information. And I hope to see you one day at Bocconi, but more importantly, I hope that you will do what you like in life. Have a good day, and see you around the campus. Bye.